Now, I don't understand why some parents act so surprised when their kids go no contact, knowing damn well you treated that kid like a servant more than you treated them like a child.
And when I got that text, I felt all the feelings. I felt all the things. Sad and sad for my child. Confused, maybe a little bit defensive, but you know what I did with that? That was my issue.
So parents are finally realizing that their adult kids can actually block them, like full on no contact, like no calls, no text, no nothing. Some of these parents are actually in shock. Like, how dare you cut me off after I raised you in this life, after I birthed you, after... Let's talk about it. So I came across some videos on TikTok of, some parents reacting to their kids going no contact. Some parents were genuinely regretful, while some were acting like their kids are just ungrateful brats. And the difference between these two groups is accountability, or should I say lack of it. Let's watch some of the videos of these parents and we'll be right back.
Recently, I was out to lunch with an old friend of mine who has been watching my TikToks and seeing my Facebook, and she said, Diva, you are such a great parent, and it must be so great to have this great relationship with all your children. Lots of greats in there. Story time. That's not true, baby. And let me tell you what I told her. So I have this great relationship with two of my sons. My youngest daughter, my sunshine, is always around. That's who I'm usually talking about in these videos. But I have an oldest son who has chosen to go no contact with me and most of the family. Here's where I differ from a lot of people. I honor his space. I don't try to make up some type of story about how I did the best I could, even though I did. How, he should have been grateful for the life that I worked hard to give him. I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I wasn't recovering when he was in his early teens. I'm not going to feed my ego by saying, I'm your mother. I did the best I could. I was dealing with a lot. Whether or not that's true, I honor his truth. I love my son. I miss him. However, I won't be changing my number anytime soon, and the code to the front door that he has will never change. He can always get into any home that I live in. But I'm not going to sit here in front of my other kids or in front of you guys and say, oh, he's gone no contact. I don't understand. I understand completely. And I'm quite happy that I raised a grown-ass man who can stand up for his feelings. I send him messages that I hope he's getting some therapy because I was his mother and I know he probably needs it. But other than that, I honor his space.
I am a Gen X mom, and I have an adult daughter who went no contact with me about 18 months ago. And when I got that text that said, hey mom, I just wanted to let you know that I've come to realize that it triggers me when I talk to you, and so I'm going to be going no contact. Please don't contact me. I will reach out if and when I'm ready. When I got that text, I felt all the feelings. I felt all the things. Sad and sad for my child. Confused, maybe a little bit defensive, but you know what I did with that was my issue. Like, what I did with that is put that away. That's what I did with it. I put it away for me to deal with later, and I said to my child, okay, whatever you need, I love you very much. That's it. I hope that she is getting what she needs, whether or not that includes me at any point in the future. I am not her responsibility. Anyway, I just wanted to add that to the conversation because it seems like there's a lot of Gen X parents who are very up in arms about their children cutting off contact with them. And you know what? If that's what my children need from me at this point in their lives, okay.
So when my son decided that he kind of had enough of my toxic behavior, he just basically told me that if I don't get some help of some kind and fix what's going on in my life, that I was going to have no contact with his son, because he wanted to stop it. He didn't want to hand it down to his kid. So he's protecting my grandson. So he basically just said to me, Mom, like, you need to get help, and I don't care what you do, but you got to get help and figure it out. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to be a part of his life. And I respect that. So once I started getting help and all that kind of stuff, then he started to open up to me a little bit and trust me a little bit more and a little bit more. And now he trusts me implicitly. So much so that he said that I could take my grandson overnight anytime I'm ready. I don't know if my grandson is ready. He's never spent any nights away from his mom and dad, so I don't know when that will take place. But the point is that it grew from there. The only advice I can give to parents who are talking to their adult children about trauma and about, trying to get healthy is to be as straightforward as possible and say, look, I know I messed up. I know that I have issues. I know that the way I relate to people and how I get triggered and all that kind of stuff is not healthy. And I get that. And I want to get healthier. But what I'm looking at for my children is your feedback. What is it that you see that you would like to see change for me?
Let me say something. If you know good and damn well you did right by your child, you did everything you could for them, you sacrificed for them, you provided for them, you did everything you could do, but they still want to do this guilt trip. They still want to try to manipulate you and gaslight you and threaten you with no contact. Baby, let that shit go. One thing I've learned is a lot of these young adults want to be adults, but still act like a fucking child. They want the benefits of being an adult, but they still want you to take care of them. And when you say, no, you're an adult, you need to go be an adult, then they want to throw some shit up at you like you didn't do what you were supposed to do as a parent. Not with me. See, like I've said many times before, parenting doesn't come with a manual. Most parents learn as they go. It's trial and error. And the one thing I don't like is I have heard more and more parents talk about their children saying they're threatening them with this no contact because they feel like they were so horrible, but in the same breath will continue to ask for their resources. And that shit is mind-boggling, because if you feel like a parent was so horrible, you feel like you need to go no contact, then why the fuck are you asking them for their resources?
Were you a really good parent who did the best they could, and yet your child has decided to be an ungrateful little bastard as an adult?
So one of the most important parts of the adult-child parent relationship is that the parents are relating to their adult child with love and respect for the adult that their child is now. And we want to look at it as treating them with the same respect that you would want them to have from a friend or a romantic partner, right? And in this video, she's calling her children ungrateful little bastards. No one deserves to be called that in any relationship. So we can see where her children have needed to place boundaries and go no contact.
We carried these kids in our bellies for 9 months. We nurtured them. We did our best. We did our jobs at parenting them. And as hard as it can be for us, it's needed for our mental health. Unfortunate as it is, we now need to be our priority. We did all we could do to instill values in them during their childhood. We can only hope that they learned something. And we can pray that those values stuck enough that they can follow through when raising our grandchildren. We don't have to agree with their lifestyle. We don't even have to like it. But the world that we live in today has changed, and that's out of our control. I have even been told that the therapists are suggesting the kids go non-contact with their parents, but they're only hearing one side of the story. So realistically, all we can do is put our faith in Jesus Christ and pray that he can protect them and protect our grandbabies.
The biggest cop-out in the world that I hear from the estranged adult-child community on this platform is that they don't owe their parents anything. I'm going to say it. Yes, you do. You absolutely do. You owe your parents for bringing you into this world and keeping you alive. You owe them for the love they gave you, the caring they showed you, and the protection that they afforded you as they sent you on your way to live your life. And yes, you owe them, as the good parents that they were, a seat at your wedding and an opportunity to have a relationship with their grandchildren. If they were good parents to you, yes, you owe them. And I'm so tired of that psychobabble that provides you a cop-out of mass proportions.
So let's talk about the first group of parents, which is the remorseful ones. You know, these ones, they were honest. They admitted, I didn't listen, I didn't support, I made mistakes. And even though it's heartbreaking, there's something very powerful about self-awareness. It's like finally understanding that love without respect is not enough. Now let's talk about the second group of parents, the entitled ones, the ones that were pissed, the ones that were like, after all I've done for you in your life, after all I've done, after I gave birth to you, blah, 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 you have the audacity to cut me off. But here's the thing, doing the bare minimum of raising your child does not give you the access or give you the audacity to treat them however you want. If your kids feel safer, you know, with silence than your presence, then I'm sorry, that's survival. It's not rebellion at all, it is survival. Now let's talk about, you know, what causes no contact. Like, what are the possible reasons kids will go no contact with their parents? It's not like it doesn't happen one day. It's not like they just wake up one morning and say, I'm bored, let me just delete my mother. It's usually years of being dismissed, being manipulated, being insulted, and being controlled. And when therapy or conversations don't work anymore, people just choose peace. And peace, going no contact. Cutting off family members or cutting off family is not easy. You know, it's not as easy as people think it is. But, you know, sometimes staying and accommodating their presence can be more painful. What's even very annoying is how some of the parents in these videos looked very confused. Like, why will my child do this? Why would they go away from me? Why would they cut me off? While ignoring the fact that this child set boundaries, like they communicated to you that, mom, I don't like this, dad, I don't like this, and then they wonder why nobody comes home for Christmas anymore. If parents can start listening without defending, and kids can speak without fear, I think there's hope, or there'll be hope. But if nothing changes, people will keep choosing no contact, and I'm telling you that is like the healthiest and safest option for them. So guys, tell me what you think in the comment section. Is no contact too extreme, or is it just setting boundaries when nothing else works? I'd love to know what you think in the comment section. My name is Benita. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, all the love in the world. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.